Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my pocket probe. This is a vintage contact thermometer. It runs on entirely passive circuitry, so there's no batteries or anything inside. Right now it's showing 68 degrees without the probe plugged in, so there must be something inside it that allows it to measure the ambient temperature. It has this extension piece that goes on the probe to give you a couple extra inches. The probe itself is an aluminum tube with a ceramic piece at the tip with two metal coils in it to sense the temperature. Here, when I touch the probe to my skin, you can see the temperature reading start to go up. The button in the upper left corner seems to cut the probe out of the circuit. Not sure what that's for, but it presses itself automatically when you close the lid. To test out the higher range, I set up a heat gun pointed at a metal bracket. We'll warm up the bracket with the heat gun and then put the probe to it. Oh yeah, that responded pretty quick. It's showing about 340 degrees. I think it's neat that this thing still works after all these years, and there's no batteries or anything inside. Let's take a peek inside and see if we can't figure out what's going on in there. There's just two screws on either side that hold the meter assembly in, and then this should just lift right out. Oh, and we got a surprise. Looks like this was originally sold by the Rex Engineering Company out of California. You can tell it's old by the phone number, 213 Normandy. We'll set that aside. Here's our extracted meter assembly. This connector here is where the probe hooks up. The red wire goes to the meter terminal here. And then there's this thing. I don't know if that's an inductor or a wire wrap resistor. That then goes over to the other meter terminal, which is then connected to the switch. From the switch, it goes to the other side of the big meter terminal, and then to this little brown circuit board, which is connected to a traditional resistor and one of those wire-wrapped things run in parallel. That then connects to another brown circuit board, which is connected to the other side of the probe jack. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on in here. I can't figure out what it's using to measure the ambient temp when the probe isn't connected. I can tell you how the probe itself works. It's some sort of thermopile. When it heats up, it generates voltage. Here I've got the probe connected to a digital meter set to the millivolt scale. When I put the probe to my skin, the voltage starts to go up. And here it is with the probe pressed to a hot piece of metal. So it's clearly generating voltage from heat. The meter in the pocket probe is likely a millivolt meter, precisely calibrated to this particular thermopile. Alright, let's get this thing put back together, and I will test it again afterwards, in case somebody is like, "He ruined that antique by taking it apart." It'll be fine. I'll put the business card back where it was. I think what happened was it slipped up under here. The card feels kind of oily. I wonder if it has some kind of anti-corrosion chemical on it. See, it still works. I didn't break it. I did a little research on the company that made this, Electronic Development Laboratories. Turns out they're still around, and they actually sell a modern version of this tool. They advertise it for use in power plants and mines. I think it's a cool tool. Not sure what use I'll find for it, but I'm going to keep it around. If anyone can better explain how this thing works, put it down in the comments below. I'd like to know. Thanks for watching. See you in future videos. Bye.